Hello friends, today is the 6th of the February 2018 and today I want to speak about learning new material. Today I watched the video and in this video was information about efficient learning of new material. And so what is the basic principles? After reading, for example, some material, some information, for example, maybe several pages or some paragraphs. In order to better to understand and to include into life this new material, to create new networks between cells in the brain. So it is a very good technique to recall the material after learning, not to make a rehearsal like reading the material again or reading some notes again. No. The idea is that you just close the book, close the sources with information, and just try to recall the main things. And in this sense, it is good to use, for example, some questions that check that will help to check understanding of the material, and maybe to pass some tests that is constructed that are constructed based on the material. In this case, you just try to memorize, to recall what the concepts, what the basic ideas you just learned, and it is good to better understand the material. This is the first idea. The second idea is that since after learning some materials, to pass some tests, in general, the place when the tests are passing is not the same as the place in which you were learning the material. So in this case, it is good to recall the material in other places. This is this fact based on psychology, fact that when we doing something in some place, also we have some anchors, some our subconscious also can remember some things based on some place, and because of this, it is good to train understanding of material independent on the place. So this is the second thing. Then the next one, that material, before going into details, before diving deep into details with about material, it is good to understand, to get the main idea of the information you will be learning. This is neat in order to construct just the big picture with the direction of learning. So and after that, after you understand the main idea, you just go into details and learn the details. We can, for example, based on this advice, do the following. When we are going to read, for example, some new pages with material, it is good to just faster see these pages during maybe 2 minutes with the main pictures, with main schemes, some main maybe sentences, and to understand the whole thing. The next thing, the next point, that when we are learning some new material, it is important to learn material hierarchically. At first you learn some basic concepts, and then based on these smaller parts of the information, you can construct more complex ideas. You can go and understand more complex ideas that are based on some simple ideas. So, for example, if we want to learn some new language, so we at first we need to learn letters, and after that, only after learning the letters, we can start learning some words that is based on letters. The idea in this. And two more important points. When you are learning some material, some details, it is important not to be interrupted. So it is important to switch off the phone, some messages and something like this, and to be fully concentrated on the material, because it is very important when you are learning some new material. Your brain is working, and if something can interrupt, then it is not so efficient. This is the point. And the last one that is related to recalling after learning some material. It is important to answer on the questions of some test, or to recall some ideas, or to try to answer some questions that is related to this material by yourself. So it is very important not to get prepared ready answers, because if you see some ready answer, you will not create your own new new networks, new relationships between cells in the brain. So because of this, it is important to answer the questions to recall by yourself. So here I will be finishing. Thank you very much for being with me. Hello from Moscow, and wish you to be efficient in learning some material, some new information that is that everything that every time, every day is needed for our life. Thank you. Bye bye.